I put them there to try and make the background look cute and to try and block out that light in that mirror, and then realise you can see it in that mirror. So it was pointless. Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I thought it's time to just chat. Do you know, like girly chats? I'm in my pyjamas. These are new pyjamas. They do sit like that, but then that's not really flattering. So I've took up, they're from Primark. I think the bottoms were like a tenner, the top was like £6. I think it was something like that anyway. I'm not very good at remembering things. To be honest, I thought they were quite expensive at Primark's pyjamas. I'm gonna keep rambling about pyjamas, so let's just get on into the video. I wanted to do like a cute girl talk video because I feel like these are my videos that I seem to love filming. Like, I love just sitting and chatting. I'm very good at talking, and sometimes I'm very good at advice. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes I am. So I thought I'll ask you some questions over my Instagram, and that's what I did. And I just wrote down in my notes loads of like questions that you've asked and just put them into like genres, so like I can answer them in genres. I thought that was an easy way to structure the video. I don't know why I put so much effort into it, but it might make the video a little bit better than usual, because you know what I'm like, my videos are just me rambling. I'm gonna start with periods because I feel like that's the easiest topic to just go off. Someone asked, how do you cope with not leaking? I leak so bad on my period. You know, babes, I'm that girl. I am that girl. I have to make sure my boyfriend's double checking every like few minutes, because I'm like, I'm gonna leak, and most of the time I do. I can't find a way to not. The only thing that I do is I don't go out on the first day or the second day that I'm on my period, because if I do I will leak, because I'm so heavy on my first few days, and then the days after I'm alright. I don't know if it does work like this, but I've noticed that if I drink a lot of water on my period, it helps with period cramps anyway. So that's usually what I do. I make sure I drink a lot of water, make sure I'm getting like 2 litres, over maybe 3 litres of water a day. I find water really easy to drink. I'm a water drinker. Get yourself a big bottle of water and you will become a water drinker. But anyway, I noticed that I wasn't really bleeding, just like sat down, and like every time I went to the toilet to go for a wee, I don't know if it's going to be too much info, but that's when like the blood would come out. So that is the way that I found was the easiest to make me stop leaking. It's like, but then it's like if you go out, there's not always a toilet, do you know what I mean? And you at your boyfriend's house or something, or your friend's house, it's a bit awkward going to the toilet every like 10 minutes, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like it could be a little bit awkward. I'd just be thinking, why does she keep going to the toilet? But that's like me on an everyday basis anyway, because I drink so much water, I do need a wee 24/7. But honestly, I feel like maybe you wear a tampon and a pad, maybe that'd be a good way to protect. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like protection there then. But nighttime pads, I always wear nighttime pads, and sometimes I have to double wear them. I don't mean like double wear as in wear them double use, I mean like wear two. Sometimes I have to wear two, and sometimes I do still leak, so it doesn't usually help, but I feel like that's the best advice I could give, because honestly, if someone could help us girls out with that, because to be honest, I don't feel like there's any way to stop it. It's just a natural thing. I leaked when I was out the other day, and I leaked, and then I didn't realise, and then I asked my boyfriend, and I was like, have I leaked? And he was like, yeah. So I had to go and sort myself out, but I was just thinking, this obviously hasn't just happened, and there's been so many girls like walking past. Why hasn't no one said anything? Because if I noticed a girl had leaked, I would be the first one to just pull her aside and just, or like whisper into her ear or something. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't just leave her walking around like that. I don't even get embarrassed when I leak. I just feel like it's a normal thing. Like, I'm sorry, do you know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to do about it? Because there's no way to stop it. It's a natural human thing. Like, how do you expect me to not leak when I'm bleeding so heavy? What are we actually meant to do? The next question was, how do you smell good when you're on your period? I used to think this because I used to think everyone can smell me. Everyone I'm with right now can smell me. They can't. Honest, they can't. And I think you can only smell you. I feel like if it was seriously bad and you've not washed in like a week and you're on your period, I feel like other people would be able to smell then. But like, I've always asked my boyfriend when I've been a bit self-conscious by it, I was like, can you smell that? I'd never say what it were, because, do you know what I mean? I'd never be like, can you smell my period? But I'd never say that. I'd just be like, can you smell that? And he'd be like, no. And he'd have no idea what I'm on about. I don't believe that people can smell you. I've never been able to smell any girl that's on their period. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like if you're washing and you're changing your pads regularly, then you won't really smell. But like, you're human. Do you know what I mean? Us girls, like, it is gonna smell a bit. Do you know, like, say you was at work and you've not been able to, because I'm sure they say to change your pad like every 2 hours, or change your tampon around about the same. So like, if you've not been able to do that at work or something, and you're literally sitting in your blood for that long, do you know what I mean? It seems so weird to say it like that, but do you know what I mean? Like, you are gonna have a little scent here, but no one can smell it. Like, honestly, don't be self-conscious about that. Don't worry about other people smelling you, because they really can't. If you're washing every single day whilst on your period, no one can smell you, honest. But I feel like if you're really worried about it, maybe take some wipes out with you, like, so, do you know, when you like go to the toilet, then you can just have a little wash. I feel like that'd be the easiest way, because you can get them feminine wipes. That reminded me, a brand sent me some not that long ago in a PR package, and I'm sure the brand was called Woo Woo. I'll have to double check that and put it on the screen. But they sent me so many like feminine like cleaning products, all for like down there, and there was a pack of wipes, and I've been using them, to be honest, whilst I've been on my period, and I can't smell myself, so they must be good. I'm a bit iffy about using wipes down there, because they say not to use anything, don't they? They say to just wash with water, but like, I'm not just washing with water, so I use Dove soap. Dove soap, do you know, because it's not scented or anything, it's just smells of nothing. I use that and it makes me, if I just use water, I don't feel clean. That's what I do anyway. There were so many questions about sex and stuff, and all the topics about losing your virginity and stuff. It was all in different ways. Some people read the question boxes and send me your dilemmas and send a girl talk question, so I've kind of made the dilemmas into a question. How to know when you're ready to lose your virginity. I feel like I might have answered this in a lot of my girl talks, and I feel like everyone answers this question, but honestly, you'll know when you're ready. You'll know when you feel comfortable with a person. I am going to sit there and say maybe be over the age limit. Is it age limit? Age restriction? Whatever it is. But no one does, do they? Like, no one actually does. No one waits. Well, some people do, but I just mean, like, not everyone waits. So like, if you're under 16, say you were 15, it's not really a big deal, as long as you were safe, and as long as you're with someone that makes you feel comfortable and you feel alright with them, and you're not being forced into it, then that's when I feel like you're ready. Honestly, you'll know in the situation when you're ready. You'll not be able to just, I don't think you'll be able to just think, oh yeah, I'm ready, because then you could be in the moment and just feel like no. But that's what I mean, like, if you don't feel 100% comfortable, don't do it, honestly, because you will regret it. I know so many people that regret their first time. You don't want to regret it, do you know what I mean? But always remember, it's not going to be perfect the first time round. Like, if that other person's first time as well, like, it's going to be shit. Of course it's going to be. You don't know what you're doing, because these teenage boys, they've got it in their head that sex is like porn, haven't they? So like, it's never going to be good, because they'll start doing all these random things and you're just thinking, what you doing? Do you know what I mean? I just feel like that's what boys do. But honestly, just communicate with your partner about it. Have a conversation with them, like, see if they feel ready, see if they're up to it. Don't force yourself to do it because everyone else is doing it. Do you know what I'm saying by that? Like, just because everyone else has lost opportunity doesn't mean you need to. So make sure you actually feel ready. Don't just do it for the sake of it. But you'll know when you're ready. When you're in this situation, you're in the moment, you'll know. Someone actually did put how to not worry about smelling down there in the bedroom. I feel like, but sometimes we all worry about this. if it's been a long day and then your partner's trying it on with you, and you are going to be worried about it, aren't you? I feel like we're all there, but maybe just be like, oh, I need the toilet. I feel like that's what I'd probably do. I'd be like, oh, 1 minute babe, I just need to go for a wee. I've been holding this wee in for the past hour. I need to go for a wee, and then we'll come back and we'll do it, and just swear short there, just quickly. I feel like that's what I'd do. I probably would. Honestly, don't put so much pressure on yourself. Like, you're not gonna smell like unicorns and rainbows down there. No one's gonna. I feel like everyone's got a different scent down there, and I feel like a smell is naturally normal. I know there's gonna be some girls like, oh, you telling me you got a smelly fanny? That's what girls are gonna be like. No, I don't mean that. I just feel like everyone's little, what can I call it? Everyone's lady parts, they do have a scent. They do, and all the scent's different. I had a conversation with my boyfriend about this once, and even he said, he was like, everyone just smells different. It's true. There is a natural smell. Normal. So I honestly don't worry too much about it, because to be honest, I don't think boys take much notice in things like that. Because do you know, like, people worry about how their girl parts look? They're just not interested. They're not interested about what he looks down there. They really aren't. Because no fanny is gonna look really nice. Like, they're not gonna look really pretty. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but it's not gonna look really nice. It's a vagina. Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, I don't feel like boys notice what everything looks like and things like that. So honestly, don't worry about it, because it's normal. It's normal to worry about it, obviously, but if you're comfortable with that person, they're not gonna judge you for that, and they're not gonna be like going around telling everyone, oh, she's stung. They're really not gonna be. And if they did, tell them and see you later. But they're not. Honestly, don't worry about anything like that. Shaving routine. I actually found a really good shaving routine, and then my problem is, if I shave every single few days, there's no point in it, because it's gonna grow back. If I shave like the day before, so if I shave at night, I'll wake up the next day and I'll be prickly again. My hairs grow so fast, and the same with my armpit hairs. Like, I'm just a hairy gal, So like, I have to shave quite a lot. I have been thinking about getting laser hair removal, because I feel like that might be easier. But can you do that down there? Like, all over down there? I don't know. I've never really looked into it. I say I've been thinking about it. I've just had it in my mind, and seeing someone else do it, and in my mind I thought, oh, that's a good idea. I've not really been researching it, thinking about it. Anyway, but feel like go downwards the opposite way your hairs grow first, then go to the sides, both sides, then do like that way, do you know what I mean, sideways, and then do the opposite sideways. I don't know why I'm doing so much hand movement whilst I'm explaining this. And then do the way the hairs grow, and I feel like that works. Make sure you've not got a blunt razor. Blunt razors, they're not gonna work. And honestly, don't use them shitty like £1 razors, because they hurt. They do hurt. I feel like they're the worst razors ever. My boyfriend calls them prison razors. Prison razors. They remind me of a men's shaver. Men's razors are better though. Get yourself a man's razor and that'll help. I did see someone say to use olive oil. It might not have been olive oil. It was some type of baby oil. Fucking olive oil. Baby oil. Apparently that really works to make everything smoother down there. And exfoliate first. I feel like that helps. Someone actually did ask how long to shave before you're gonna go in the bedroom. I've been with my boyfriend so long now, like, it doesn't really matter. Hairs don't really bother us, but I feel like I shave once a week. That's all I do. Once a week. Don't shave whilst I'm on my period though, but I shave if I know I'm going to come on my period, I will shave, and then I won't shave until I come off, and then I will just shave once a week. say the rest of the week. What am I shaving for every single day for? I don't need to, so I don't do it. But maybe the night before, the day before, or even the day. But then I feel like someone did tell me though, because of shaving rash, wear cotton pants after you shaved. So if you shave the night before, wear cotton pads to bed, or don't wear anything, because apparently the lace will irritate you and you'll get shaving rash. So wear cotton pads, cotton pants, and then you should be good to go the next day or later on that day. That's my tips. How to feel more confident in the bedroom. I feel like this comes naturally, and this is so different for everyone. It's like I can't really tell you how. I feel like everyone worries about I think everyone has different worries about being in the bedroom and thinking they can't really do something, but honestly I feel like confidence grows over time with things like that. Naturally, confidence with anything, confidence with yourself, it grows over time. But communicate with your partner and work out what you both like. Work out what you both like, try new things, work out what you both like, and then you'll always know what's the best thing that's going to pleasure you both, and then you'll probably feel a bit more confident because you're pleasuring your wife or your man or anyone that you're with. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's maybe my best advice, because I don't really have much advice on that question, but I feel like that communicating is so important with anything in a relationship. Communicating is so important, so that's my tip. Communicate, 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 communicate. Work out what you both like, and I do feel like naturally that then you'll get more confident. Don't worry about bringing it up to your wife. Don't worry about bringing it up to your partner or anything, because I feel like they'd rather know what you like and would rather you know what they like, so it'd stop being a bit iffy and stop being a bit shit, because you both want to enjoy yourself. You don't want to just not enjoy it and having to, if you're with that person a long time, faking it the whole time. Do you know what I mean? You want to enjoy it. I had so many questions just about my boyfriend, so I'm gonna answer a few of them whilst we're here. How did you meet your boyfriend? We met in school. We actually met in school. We're both 19 now. We was 15 when we met. We was in the same science, and I think we was in the same mentor. We made like really good friends in science, and then he asked to FaceTime one day, and then basically went from there. That's basically how we met. We met through school. He got kicked out of his old school, so like if he never got kicked out of his old school, I probably would have never met him. Isn't that weird? How did you introduce your boyfriend to your parents? To my mum, my mum obviously knew I had a boyfriend. I had told her, but like I just brought him round and she said hello, and that was it. And then I didn't like force them to sit down and talk. That made the thought. I was always feeling awkward about bringing my boyfriend round, so I was like, my mum's gonna want to sit and have a conversation in the living room with him, but she didn't. She just said hello, and then we went upstairs, and then we come down and she said goodbye, and then eventually they just kept speaking when we was on the phone, and then every time we come round they had a longer conversation, and that's how he met my mum. Just brought him round. And then my dad, like, it was different with my dad because I don't live with my dad, so I go to my dad's every week, so it wasn't like he was just naturally coming to my dad's all the time. But my dad knew I had a boyfriend, I always spoke about him, and he just picked up that it must be obviously my boyfriend, because I was speaking about this boy for so long. He come round to help my dad with something, and that's how my boyfriend and my dad met. That's not a really interesting story. Do you find looking or flirting with another girl cheating? I don't think looking at another girl is cheating, because it's a natural thing. No matter how long you've been with your partner for, it's a natural thing that you're going to find other people attractive. You can, like, who am I to sit there and say my boyfriend? I must be clueless if I think my boyfriend doesn't look at another girl and think she's fit as fuck. I'd be thick as fuck if I believed that he didn't think that. Of course he probably does. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's flirting, but I don't think that's cheating, but I would be a bit pissed off if, like, he noticed this girl and he was just like looking her up and down for ages, looking at her whole shape. Do you know what I mean? That'd piss me off, but I wouldn't find that cheating. I don't feel like looking is cheating, because what you're doing, but you should only ever have eyes on your partner. As long as you find your partner and your girlfriend the prettiest girl in the world and the prettiest woman in the world, I don't feel like it's cheating. Anyway, I feel like I answered quite a lot of questions there, and maybe I did ramble, but what do you expect? It is me. I ramble 24/7. I do hope that you got some advice from this video, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!